Hello Chipsters, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. Today we're going to be looking at the... It picks it up gingerly. I don't know why. Secure. Keep telling yourself that, Gav. Yeah, the flat figure of the Napoleonic Hussar from the French 11th Hussars. I've painted him as. Absolutely love doing that. As always, it's taken ages. He's been sat waiting just for me to put two numerals on and do the red plume bit you'll see on his horse's head. I don't know, it could be head problems, it could just be what we all do. Whether it's figures or models, I go along great and then it's flat battery. Never mind, but I'd really recommend painting a flat figure to anybody. I've got a couple more, three to show you. One is actually the same, I would imagine it's from the same run. This guy's an officer and I bought a trooper. I bought the trooper and well, a couple of ancients, which I'll show you in a minute. The ancients are the more common 32 mils, something around that, but the other one is more or less this. I wouldn't paint him as the 11th, the next one. It'd be nice to paint different Hussar units, French Hussar, obviously they're French Hussars, so you know, take it they're French Hussars. Yeah, well it was, I don't know. Anyway, I've painted him as a French Hussar. It went with all the uniform details that I've been looking at. Because he's a Hussar officer, you tended to need a fair bit of money because they would have a lot of bling on the horses and on themselves. It was a Hussar thing, not unlike a lowly chasseur type of thing. So I've put my own spin on the horse furniture, giving him a leopard skin shabraque, well, part of it's leopard skin, and I went with red for the horses. The two period reference watercolours I was looking at, they just had them in the basic black leather tassels and that on the horse. I went for red. I have seen red and green replicated before, so I was safe with that. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyable. It's a different way of painting, but not too different. You know, I've gone with brighter highlights in places to show obviously the sun going down and whatever, and I've tried to use different red, some colder red tones on the leather work on the horse, and on some of the belts and that the Hussar officer himself's got on. But on the fabric, on the trousers and things, I've gone for brighter. The plume on the horse's head, I've gone for a more orangey red, just to change things around a bit. But thoroughly enjoyable. Obviously you do both sides. Highly recommended. I just got a piece of wood, cut that, painted it black, varnished it matte, and just painted they only come with a small base obviously. I just painted that black. It was going to be brown, but I didn't see the point, so I painted that black and put the bit of green. Obviously they've got some grass that he's on there, so I painted that. So everything's slightly stylized, but I've really enjoyed it, and the engraver's obviously done a really nice job, and then it's up to you just to add few more painted details into it. So let's go down and take a look. There'll be a few photographs at the end, not a load because it's only one side or the other, but I've done a couple of blown up images. I only shoot them off this video camera. The lighting's not great, so I wouldn't be expecting a great deal, but I've thoroughly enjoyed doing it. I won't be doing the trooper for a while, but he's in the drawer then waiting for me to have a go when I want to do another flat figure, which I definitely will do in the future. So let's go and take a look. Right, thanks for joining me at the bench, guys. I'm not sure exactly how much the light coming down is going to actually rob the you know, blur out the white on the yeah. All the different, you know, it messes with the balance, gets messed up a bit. As I say, I'm not very good at this side of it. But yeah, obviously non-metallic sword and that, you could do everything in metallic if you wanted to. There's no reason why you shouldn't. But I just thought this would, I wanted to give it that like painted look, as if it was like a period watercolor to a degree. Yes, I put some textures in on the horse and stuff, but again, not gone overboard, just to try to show it. You know, he's got some texture to him in places. So, as I say, this bit here, oh no, I don't want to scratch him. Right, his little steering stick. This is all obviously engraved, so you've got a bit of depth there, but there's never, obviously you've got that to play with, so there's not a lot of depth. The rest you put in, you falsify it with paint, if that makes sense. I did my best on the eagle there. That could be a lot better, but it is what it is, as they say. But really enjoyed doing this. I mean, I've put him on a black basis. That quite often they're shown with a black base behind them, and it gives like the radiance of the if you've gone on the higher highlights, if that makes sense, it shows it off better. I probably, when this goes in my cabinet, I can't really put a piece of backing behind it because it'll screen out my other bits and pieces. But you get the two different sides. I mean, obviously he's got different equipment and that on one side. We've got the cartridge box there. Right, now this bloke started his motorbike off and effed off. We can get back to what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you get to. Oh no, he's still going around the block. You get what I'm saying. There's different things to look at on the other side. I've given the face, I don't know if it comes out on camera, a real glowing face. Probably doesn't really, but again, it's all a bit artificial, but it always seems to work on flat figures, all the ones I've seen. It's my first one. Again, I've shadowed darker shadows in around here. Done some fake shadows on the neck. That didn't come out brilliantly. It's supposed to be the shadow coming down from this rain here. I'm not sure if it doesn't just look like where I've worked some of the muscle toning, because all this type of thing you normally have to put in yourself, the muscle tone on the horse. But yeah, really enjoyable. Highly recommended. If this one cost me about £9 from eBay. They're a bit hard to get in the UK. Because it's more of a European thing, it's more of a Germany and I believe France and that. But if you can get them, they're well worth a go. As I say, you could already. What I should have done. No, I couldn't have done that. Yeah, what I could have done is paint the block first and then just put him directly onto it. I had him on another piece of wood, but looking back now. You suppose you could have done that, but yeah, just make them on a block of wood and just do bits when you want to, really. So I'll just get the others out of the box and we'll just have a quick look at the others I've bought. Right, guys, this is our other French Hussar. I'm saying the French Hussars. You could probably get away with French Hussars from most nations, I'd have thought, but don't quote me on that. So this is a trooper, and he's a trooper because he's got his carbine slung off his belt. Again, they're really nice. You know, he's charging along there. We've got a bit of foliage underneath. Again, I would just paint that black on the very base. So I won't be doing this for a while, but he's in the. I've had this probably for about 2 months, 6 weeks, I don't know, something like that. But as I say, for £9, I was happy to pay that. I mean, for me, it takes me about a month to paint them, so that's a month's £9 for a month's happy painting. I don't mind paying that. But yeah, lovely, and I do it in exactly the same style, different colour horse probably. And I'll definitely do a difference. I know they're probably supposed to be the same. You know, they're supposed to be probably from the same unit, but I just paint them for fun. So I'd do a different Hussar uniform. So yeah, that's our one guy. Looking forward to doing this one. Right, the other two flats, they are actually large, although they're 32mm, and the reason they're large is because they are war elephants. I've got two of them. How historically correct they are, I don't know. But I've seen elephants painted up in these flats before, and I thought they looked fantastic. And when these came up at the same time as I bought the Hussar figure, I just thought, yeah, I've got to have a go on something like that. So I've got this guy here. I mean, that'll be fun doing all this. I mean, I take it these are from the successor states, do you reckon? From Alexander's successor states? So we've got this guy, and we've got this guy. A different type of mahout. This one's been a bit more vocal by the look of it. There's a lot you can do. Yes, you've got a more or less grey elephant, I get that, but there's so many colours and stuff you can put in these guys. And we've got feathers going there. So again, I've had these a couple of months. I just thought, you know, or should I shun the type? And I thought, if I don't get them and put them in my little drawer, I'll regret it, because they are hard to come by flats in the UK. And I just thought, well, that's given me 3 flats I can have a go at over this year. So I won't be buying probably any. Well, it's classic, isn't it? But no, I've got other things to buy for the rest of the year. But definitely, these will be making I'll probably do the elephants, at least one elephant, before I do the next Hussar figure. But I just thought they were a lot of fun. As I say, how historical they are, I don't know. I paint the odd ancients, but I don't really know. And to be honest with you, I don't mind. It's just a bit of fun. There's loads of different things you can paint on here. So I'm definitely going to give those a go. So there we go. We'll just leave that one guy here if he doesn't fall over. Thank you very much for stopping by and taking a look. I just thought I'd show that Napoleonic Hussar off. I've thoroughly enjoyed doing that. It was a completely different way of painting than I normally would do. I taught myself a couple of things along the way, which I was happy about. So thank you very much for stopping by and taking a look. I should have been sticking the few bits I've got to stick together on old Tom's car today, but we've just had a few things go wrong in the house that the wife has press ganged me into fixing, and I've just run out of time. So Tom, I'll be doing your car hopefully tomorrow afternoon. What can possibly go wrong? It's only sticking some wheels on, and I'm terrified of damaging that paintwork. Anyway, that's not for this video, but yeah, so yeah, got that coming up. I've got some epic British, which I'm just about to, we can just see in the background there. They've got to be varnished and based and whatever, but they're coming up soon. I've got some Empress World War II British, late war British, which I'm a 28mm, which I'll be painting to sell. Steve Sanford, if you watch this, if it all goes wrong, it's your fault. Yeah, there'll be some other stuff coming up as well. So I keep promising a Dragonfly update, and that'll be coming along this week as well. So look after yourselves. Again, these flats, if you get put off by what you call a round figure, then maybe have a go at one of these, because they are a load of fun. You know, it's just almost, it's like I wouldn't say like colouring in a colouring book, but you've got everything drawn out for you. If you're scared of your painting, maybe think of having a go of these, because it's all there for you. You know what I mean? It's just what colours you choose and how you apply them is down to you. They sometimes need a slight clean up on the edges. Obviously, there's a tiny bit like this spear here. Just needs cleaning up on the end there. Things like that, and they are very easy to bend. So you definitely, once painting, you don't want to be trying to bend them back into shape. That's why, you know, mount them on a block of wood or whatever you hold. Keep them out of the way, because these pair have been wrapped up in, the two elephants have been wrapped up in tissue as it came from the vendor, and they're already bent. And the Hussar I had to bend because before I showed him to you, because he was falling over. So you've got to be very, very careful. They are fragile, but they are blooming heavy as well. But they are fantastic. So yeah, these are 32mm. On big African war elephants by the look of it. Or is that an Indian elephant? The other one looked like an African elephant. Let's just have them side by side. See, that one looks like an African elephant with ears, and that one looks like an Indian one. Yeah, I know, what would I know? I live in the black country in the UK, but yeah. Anyway, I digress. So look after yourselves, thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch each other soon on another video.